Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Super Samurai Trading Places. In the Netherworld, the furry warts are singing the theme song. Okay, that's kind of funny, not sure why. Oh, these guys should have sang the theme song for Party Monsters, that would have been perfect. A new Nightlock, Switch Beast, comes to Xandrid. He says he works for a different master, but wants to help get rid of the Rangers. The Rangers are at a flea market, along with Bulk and Spike. Switch Beast appears, and we can see what his ability is. He can switch people's consciousness into objects. Once switched, their bodies take on the shape of the objects. The theme song plays, and boo, the Furry Warts version was better. The Rangers show up, and Jaden gets switched with something and freezes. The monster then tries to destroy a nearby lawn gnome. Mike blocks him, and then he targets Kevin and Mia. The monster retreats. Mike and Emily take the Rangers and the objects they were switched with back to the Shiba house. Kevin is in a ballerina music box, Mia is in a fan, and Antonio is in a fish. Back at the flea market, we see Bulk and Spike have been switched with a soda can and a newspaper. In the Netherworld, Switch Beast reveals his plan. The objects people were switched into will all get thrown away. Mike and Emily are preparing to battle Switch Beast. Mike isn't feeling sure of himself, but Emily encourages him, reminding him of how he defeated Rofer. Inside, we see Mike decided to screw with Kevin by putting a tutu on his frozen body. Mentor G walks in and does a double take at Kevin. He then notices the fish Antonio is in is starting to smell, so he goes to put it in the refrigerator. The gap sensor goes off, and G puts Antonio down and forgets about him. He gives Mike the black box. We see Bulk and Spike are in danger. Spike has been used to line a bird cage, and Bulk is in a bag of cans set to be crushed and recycled. Back at the Shiba house, a cat sneaks in and approaches Antonio. Mike and Emily face Switch Beast. The Nightlock tries to switch Mike, but Emily grabs his arms and turns it on himself. Mike is in the monster's body. They demand to know how to switch everyone back. After some convincing, the monster takes Mike's sword and slashes at his head? It works. Everyone is switched back to normal, including Mike. Mike powers up to super mode and defeats Switch Beast. Mike and Emily use the black box to summon the Megazord and deal with the giant Switch Beast. They successfully destroy the monster. In the Netherworld, Xandrid angrily tosses out one of the furry warts. It floats through the water on Earth and gets picked up by Dayu. At the Shiba house, Mike shows everyone a picture he took of Kevin in a tutu. I love this episode. It's probably the one I've watched the most of any samurai episode. Switch Beast has a pretty unique ability, and it's used to its best here. He mentions serving a different master. Does this imply there's other Nighlocks like Xandrid out there? Bulk and Spike are utilized well here. We need some civilian perspective, and they're civilians. This is something the first season consistently overlooked. This is one of the funniest episodes so far. We get a lot of funny bits with the switched Rangers. Mike's plan is clever and leads to a memorable scene of him and the monster in each other's bodies. The Megazord battle is cool, but weird. I feel like the other Rangers should have showed up to help after they returned to normal. I know the black box allows one Ranger to control multiple Zords, but it just feels weird. What are the others doing? I guess they're taking care of Antonio. When he turns back to normal, he sees the cat eating the fish he was in and faints. Dayu and a furry wart get a neat little scene at the end. The furry wart she picks up says it missed her. I didn't know they could think for themselves. Like the first season, this episode closely adapts a Shinkenger episode right down to effects and camera angles. The biggest difference is what the Rangers get switched with. Instead of a lawn gnome, the Red Ranger gets switched with a lucky cat statue. Genta the Gold Ranger still gets switched with a fish, but it's not a whole fish. The switch I can most understand being altered over here is the Blue Ranger. Over here, it's a ballerina music box. In Shinkenger, it's one of those peeing fountain statues. Yeah, I definitely don't think even the implication of Kevin handling himself would fly over here. There's a funny bit in Shinkenger, though. Chiaki props Ryunosuke up in front of a toilet. Instead of messing with the Blue Ranger, Chiaki draws a cat face on Takeru. Instead of G absent-mindedly leaving the Gold Ranger out, it's one of the Kurokos. One thing I'm surprised Power Rangers didn't keep from Shinkenger was the teaser introduction of a new villain at the end. Yeah, technically, he's already been introduced in Broken Dreams and Clash of the Red Rangers due to Nickelodeon airing it too early, but it's still a cool scene that could work for people watching the show in the intended order. Season 2 has been a huge improvement over the first. Hopefully this keeps up. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
I don't want to be recycled!
I think I should be recycled.